Hello everyone, I am Trevor from Sound Approach, and today we are at the Florida International Audio Expo, and we are meeting with Triangle and Electrocompan to talk about their setup here. Obviously everybody knows these are a couple of brands that we carry on our website, and we're very excited to hear what you have displayed, what we've been listening to, and why you chose these pieces. So first of all, let's start with Frank from Triangle. This is Frank Gazzo, he's the national sales rep.
Yeah, the national sales rep for, actually it's for Antel Audio.
Yep.
And then Antel Audio imports Triangle speakers from France and Electrocompan electronics from Norway. Sometimes that can get a little
sorry, you're right.
No, it's all good. So yeah, and this is Lasse Danielson from Electrocompan over from Norway for the show. Just want to run down to the room or?
Well, let's start with what's here in the center. We've got a few Electrocompan pieces here, and let's talk about what we've got here.
I'll let Lasse take over for that.
From the Electrocompan line, what we have in this room is the ECI 6 Mark II integrated, which is a pure analog integrated amplifier. And as with all our products from Electrocompan, we 100% manufacture it ourselves in our own factory. The electronics, everything we make ourselves. We don't OEM or buy from other countries. Well, the things we can't get in Norway. Norway is a small country. Like the binding posts, nobody makes binding posts in Norway, so we buy those from Germany. But all the other stuff, the chassis is made locally, the front plates are made locally, the electronics are made locally, and everything is assembled in our own factory in Norway.
How big is the factory?
Well, that's a good question. We're very, very lucky because we are a sister company of ours. We're owned by the same owners. They own a huge electronics factory, which produce electronics for a lot of different businesses, but also ours. We have our own department within that electronic shop that only focuses on making Electrocompan products, or the electronics basically. We do the assembly and everything, but you know, these pick and place machine that you place all the components, the tiny, tiny little components.
Yeah.
People don't do that, machines do that, which also makes a very consistent quality because machines don't make mistakes, people do. But of course, all the assembly and the big components like capacitors and transistors and the like, they are mounted by people.
Okay.
And welded by, oh, not welded, but soldered by people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on, the ECI 6 Mark II integrated amplifier. Underneath there we have the phono stage, Electrocompan ECP2 Mark II. And at the bottom we have the streamer DAC by ECM1 Mark II. Yeah. Also the software inside these things is 100% made by us. We don't OEM from anybody else. We do all the software, the apps, everything ourselves. So that's what we got right here in this room.
And was there any particular reason why you chose these three pieces? Are these the most popular? Are these the best selling?
All of the above. And of course, it's a very good match with the speakers that Frank bought here today, both price-wise, but also quality-wise. It's a very, very good match.
And we've heard nothing but excellent reports from all of our clients who have picked up one of these pieces. I think the ECI 6 and DX have been the most popular for us. And
yeah, that's the thing. There's a DX version that includes basically the same functionality as the streamer below it.
Streamer, so you're getting both functions without having to separate
exactly.
pieces. Yeah. And so, well, that leads us right into talking about the duettos and the capellas that we have here.
So we brought in two pairs of speakers. I think I'm in frame.
Yeah.
I'll talk about these first. These are the Magellan, the 40th anniversary Magellan Duettos. These are made in France. They're $7,000 pair of speakers without the stands. Drivers made in-house in France, well, not in Paris, but outside of Paris. And so 100% French made. On the outside is a new speaker for us called the Capella, and also made in France. The cabinets aren't, but they're put together in France. And interesting speaker. It's a wireless speaker. It's not a master-slave design. Both speakers are independently amplified. Both speakers independently receive the audio signal wirelessly through a system called WISA. A few companies are starting to use this, but it's really stable, high-res, really nice system. There's a little a box that you have that essentially you plug your sources into or you stream to from your phone or your computer or your tablet, and then that transfers that music data to these speakers.
Yeah. And this is, the Capellas are a unit that I recently tested just within the last couple of weeks, and it also has the Capella Home app, where you can do automatic equalization, correct?
Yeah, you can EQ the room. You basically, if you have an iPhone, you can use your phone. If you have other devices, you can use an external microphone, and you can set the DPS to read the room and make it sound as good as the software can do. And then if you want to, you can manually tweak it. There is a little bit of a warning in there when you try to do it, so it'll blow the speakers up accidentally. But you can do that all.
But it's a neat
yourself.
feature to have. It's not anything that I've seen on other speakers to have that capability with the app. Yeah.
And then, interestingly, on these, they are rear ported. They're under ported. So the base has this aluminum, I call it like a cage or bracket or whatever that goes around it, and that rests on the stand. So you have to. There's a few different stands we sell that fit them, so they fire down for venting. And that allows a lot easier placement against a wall. I mean, out here we've pulled them out, but you can put them right up into the wall as long as you have a little bit of space underneath them, which that provides to make them sound good.
Yeah.
So out of all the speakers that Triangle offers, are the Duettos your favorite?
I would say that the Duettos are my favorite speaker Triangle makes.
I think they're probably my favorite now after the 40th Comets, which were my previous favorite. I really enjoyed
the 40th
the Comets.
the 40th Duettos are
Yeah.
actually, my, and the Capellas. Those would probably be my three favorites.
Yeah, I agree.
speakers
I
we sell.
agree.
So,
Yep.
any other questions about Triangle or
Electrocompan yet?
Electrocompan yet? Or
I
anything?
don't think so. Is there anything that you guys wanted to share with us, though, that we may not be aware of? A lot of people look at just specifications to see what their needs are. What sets Electrocompan and Triangle apart from other brands?
I'll let you take maybe what ECs do up to, what's coming out maybe, or your philosophy, and then I'll talk about Triangle.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Well, Electrocompan has been making this kind of products for since 1973. So the thing is a little bit younger than me. Oh, so older than me? No, younger than me. Younger than me. Sorry, get the word straight. We based all our philosophy of designing all our products. They run in pure Class A all through the analog electronics. And it switches to Class AB when you go to the output stage. So all the signal path and everything is also true balanced. So if you want to get the best out of an Electrocompan setup, use balanced cabling, both to and from the preamp, all sources, and as long as you got enough inputs on your preamp.
Yeah.
The current preamp only has 2 XLRs.
Okay.
But we are releasing a new preamp that we will show in Munich. We did not get it finished, the prototype, to show it here.
Okay.
But that one will have more XLR inputs, so it will be a higher end preamp that we're releasing.
Well, I'm pushing my boss to let me go to Munich, so I
Yeah.
hope I get to see that in a few months.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
it's worth going.
It's on video,
This
yeah.
year is the last time it is in Munich, so it's going to be moved to Vienna in 2026.
Oh, okay. Ooh, yeah, baby Vienna.
So yeah, and the philosophy that we have on our products is that we try to get as little. The products are named AW. The power amplifiers are called AW, and that actually stands for ampliwire. So the idea is that it only amplifies the signal in the wire. It doesn't do anything to the sound. It's just like
okay.
an amplification of what comes in the wire
Yeah.
comes out. And we get a lot of good praise from both reviewers and clients that the way when you listen to the Electrocompan setup is very relaxing. You don't get
It
that
is.
fatigue. It's not analytical in
Yes.
any way, but you still get all the details and the depth and the music comes out. And it's probably, as one reviewer said recently, it really says it all in the slogan. It said, if music really matters, that's what matters. It doesn't matter what kind of measurements you have. Of course, bad measurements don't make a good amplifier, of course, but if you are within reasonable range, there are differences in all these products because not everything can be put in a sheet and show you the specifications. You have to listen to it. And
Absolutely.
as you said, when people listen to them, they hear something that they really like in
Yeah.
our products. And it's the same we've been doing since 1973, basically.
Well, that's what sets them apart.
Is the phono stage a moving magnet and moving coil?
Yes. It
And
is.
Are the circuitries inside of that separated, independent?
No, not in the phono stage, but in the preamp that we have, those are 2 individual preamplifiers, physically independent of each other. They have their own power supply, and they are actually just 2 preamplifiers inside the unit. On this one, it's actually on one board, but it's also run in pure Class A, and it is a really, really good phono stage for its price level. It competes with products that are much more expensive in the marketplace,
Yeah.
quality-wise.
All right, and Frank, you were going to
Sure.
answer the same question about Triangle.
Sure. It's kind of operate Triangle with three principles, really. One is it's got to sound really good, obviously. Two, we like to make things look good. Like they really are, I think, if you compare to a lot of the other products out there,
Yeah.
the fit and finish, the finish options, all of it is just really dialed in. And the third thing is, and I really believe this, that most Triangle products beat their competitors at the price point, meaning even at the higher end, there's value for your dollar. You're getting better sound, you're getting better build quality, you're just getting a better piece of kit.
Compared to anything else in the same price
At the
range.
same price point.
Yeah.
I mean, not always, but I find it I find it interesting what other companies offer you in those things. Even if they get the sound right, which they often do, right? I'm not saying where there's no other high quality sound out there, but the aesthetic fit and finish to me is something that is very
Absolutely.
important as well, and they nail it pretty much every time.
And from a retail standpoint, another thing that Antle offers especially is the support to our clients, support to customers. We do the same thing at Sound Approach. It's one of our focuses to make sure that the clients are happy with the end result. And I think we've both taken that approach, and that makes a huge difference as well, is making sure that clients are taken care of at the end of the day.
And that's basically our philosophy as well. We are a relatively small company in a world of many big companies, and to differentiate ourselves, we pride ourselves on doing exceptional customer service. When you contact us, there's a problem, bang, we fix it. There's no complicated process. If you want to call the CEO and talk to him or to me or for whatever, it's no problem. You don't need like a big ladder to climb to get up to the people you need to talk to. So that being said, I think and we're very happy to have Frank and Antal because he has the same philosophy that we have. The customers first, and just make sure that everything works, and we'll do the paperwork later. Just keep the clients happy.
Lastly, I'd like to say I really appreciate Sound Approach because you guys are really easy to work with. You look after your customers. You follow through on details. There's so many things that I could say that, just really nice to work with
Well,
you.
thank you. We certainly appreciate that. We want to make things as easy as possible for you and take care of the clients. So.
Right on. Great.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Frank, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm
Cheers.
so glad we were able to finally meet. We've been talking and emailing for years, it feels like.
Yeah.
So,
And that's one of the funny things in this day and age is that, people talk about online meetings and Teams and Zoom and whatnot. Face-to-face thing. We are social people, and we need to look people in the eye, and you can't look people in the eye over a video call.
I can learn more in 3 days about equipment, about audio gear just in general, than I can sitting 3 years in front of a computer.
Yeah, exactly.
So I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And for clients to be able to experience, if they're able to go out and listen to these and hear, like you were saying, the emotional impact that a piece has, it's a completely different experience. And well, thank you, gentlemen, very much.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day, and I think I'll probably have to do some close-ups, but we're
Sure.
good.
Yeah,
Thank
it's all
you.
good.